Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Oakley, again, or rather, still, or both. And we're kind of going to continue the conversation from last class. We talked about traveling as a student, and now we are going to have a relaxed conversation. You can practice your English. We're going to do a little description. We're going to talk about travel some more, a little describing places, people, things you saw, and of course, we'll do a little opinion too, because I'd like to hear your recommendations about where to travel. What should I see? Fill my travel log. Lots of places I still want to see, and I want to hear your recommendations. So join me now, and we'll talk. Hey, it's Mook. Hey, Mook.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm super now that you're here. It's a pleasure to see you again, or
Yes,
to hear you anyway. Okay, Mook, how you doing today?
I'm good.
All right,
Today
Mook.
is my first day at
It's your what?
today is my first day of my new term at university.
Oh, and
Yeah.
is it? And,
Yeah.
well, how did it go?
It's great meeting friends. Yeah, I'm meeting friends again after like 5 months.
Okay, and where are you going to school?
Where?
Yeah, is it? I mean, is it? Are you going to school somewhere far away from where you grew up?
No, it's not far.
It's not so
It's
far.
near.
Not far.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious because of our last class. Okay. Mook, I'm going to come back to you in just a second after I welcome some other students. Talk to you
Yes.
about traveling. Jean Bernard, long time no see.
It's okay. How
Yeah,
are you? What teacher?
I'm
What
fine.
day?
I'm
Fine.
fine, fine. How
Ah,
are you doing? How have you been?
oh, very well, very well.
Okay. Very nice to hear your voice again. I like your
Okay,
I like your accent.
okay. My accent.
Sure. Definitely. You know, Jean Bernard, I'm actually not just joking about that. I do because I grew up in Vermont, and I grew up in the very northern part of Vermont, very close to the Canadian border with Quebec. So hearing a French accent really does remind me of home because there's a lot
Yeah.
of French-speaking people
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
where I grew up. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Thank
I'm
you
not.
for your explanation.
Yeah, sure. Igor, welcome back.
Thanks.
Okay, nice to have you. As always, Mook. Wait, hang on, Mook. Hold that thought. Paco, hello. Welcome to the class. Paco? Oops, a little. I heard sound, but then it cut out. Paco?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Fine. You?
I'm good. Great. Paco, where are you from?
I'm from Spain. From
Excellent.
Malaga, from the south of
Malaga.
Spain. Yes, I'm in the south of Spain. Too
Very
hot
nice.
Malaga,
today. 38
Malaga,
degrees today.
Malaga.
What today?
38.
38 degrees temperature? Or your
38.
birthday?
38 degrees. Yes. Yes. Yes.
38
Yes. Too
degrees.
hot. Too hot. And
Was it?
sweet. Sweeting.
Okay. Yeah, 38's a little, yeah, that's too hot. I
Too
agree.
hot. Yeah.
Okay. Um, and also outside the class, welcome Teresa, but come on in, join us. Honest, I'm nice. I don't bite. Come on in and join us. It'll be fun. Good experience for you. All right, you guys, we're talking about traveling. So first of all, I want to hear a little bit about your traveling experience. Now, I know some of us are younger and some of us are older, so we have a variety of travel experience. Maybe you've only traveled inside your own country with your family or something. That's fine. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be a world traveler. Doesn't matter. Mook, I'm going to start with you.
Yes.
Maybe you are a world traveler. Mook, do you have you traveled very much?
Mm, like I would travel. Not much. Yeah.
Where have you been to? Okay,
um,
where was the best trip or
best
most
trip
exciting? I don't know.
last month. It's my school break, so me and my friend we went to USA.
You did.
Yes, we went to Disneyland Park and Universal Studio. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Disneyland in Los Angeles or Disney World in Florida?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay. Uh, all right. I've been there, of course, but Anaheim. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. What did you think of Disneyland and Universal Studios? Which was better? Do a comparison for us.
I prefer Disneyland. Yes,
Yeah. Really?
yes.
Okay. Why?
Actually, yeah. Actually, at first I thought it's like um I am I'm studying in university and I think I'm kind of major, and I think Disney is like for children. But my friend really want to go there, so we went there together, and it's turned out that it's fun more than I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I see. I like Universal Studios much better because there's much better rides and roller coasters.
Yes.
Plus, I had a horrifying experience at Disneyland. Absolutely horrifying. It was terrible.
What
Do you want to
is
hear?
it?
What is
Yes.
it? Okay. Do you know the ride? Do you remember the ride? It's a Small World. Do you remember that one?
Ah, yes.
The little
Like
river,
yes.
and there's little dolls that sing to you. It's a
Yes.
small world after all. It's a small world after all.
Yeah.
And
And
they
it's
just sing.
really long, long ride.
It's a really
Yes.
long ride, and guess what? It broke down when I was inside. So I was inside there for like 2.5 hours. It was
Oh,
absolutely horrifying. Little doll animated dolls singing the same. They sing the same verse over and over again.
yes.
It was like the most horrifying experience. Truly, it traumatized me for life. I'm afraid of dolls now, Mook.
Yes.
Yeah, it was horrible. Uh, okay, let me talk to Jean Bernard. Jean
Mhm.
Bernard, have you ever had a bad travel experience, such as I just explained? Hopefully, nothing that bad.
Um, no, no, no.
No?
I like traveling a lot. I usually travel once or twice per year, and I don't remember a bad travel. No, I
Okay.
I I enjoy traveling and I enjoy places that I visit. The last June I was in New York City, and the last July I spent a week in Barcelona, and and I've great memories in mind. Uh,
I
no,
I
no, yeah, okay.
no, I just want to say that I there's been an outstanding number of my students recently. Several Russians, a Brazilian, a Frenchman, several of a Kuwaiti. I have all these students who went to Barcelona this summer. What is going on? Is it some major promotional tourism promotion or something? Suddenly, everybody has to go to Barcelona.
No. I was in Barcelona to do tourism, not to study.
Yeah.
But in Barcelona, we can meet a lot of young students because Barcelona is historical places, and there are a lot of beautiful, marvelous architecture, and around the world, people know the well-known architecture, Gaudi.
Ah, right. Okay.
Gaudi is an ancient architecture, and Barcelona is a fantastic city with marvelous building built by Gaudi.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll be the last person on earth not to go to Barcelona. I've never been there.
In Barcelona, we can meet all people around the world, from South America, from Europe, and instead people who speak Spanish.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, right? Yeah, I've had Russians tell me in Barcelona that they didn't even have, I had students tell me they were excited to go to Barcelona to practice English, but in fact they didn't have to practice English because the person at the hotel, the bus driver, the waiters, they all spoke Russian.
Yes. In fact, in Barcelona, we can meet people who speak Spanish, of course, French, and English. In Barcelona, there are two languages, Spanish and Catalan.
Right, exactly. Right, yeah. Yeah, I guess I have to go. Everyone's going. Everyone's doing it. All right. Yeah, I'll have to make my plans soon. All the hotels will be booked. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jean-Bernard. Très bien.
Thank you. Très bien. Okay.
Okay. Igor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where have you traveled?
Well, I've never been to Barcelona, so you're not
not the last. Okay.
Yeah, not the last.
Well, maybe we can go together.
Maybe I think I will put it into consideration of hearing so many nice things about Barcelona. But I've mainly been throughout Russia, and
that's cool.
I've been abroad a couple of times, but not in the USA or Spain or France. It's like I was in Belarus and I was in Ukraine, but it was a long time ago, before that chaos that is going on around there now.
Right.
What in Russia? What the best place I think is Sochi to visit.
Ah,
There are a lot of good places to go there. There are a lot of quiet, well-fitted hotels, and they don't cost that much. Also, there is a sea there. Seas in Russia are scarce, so being able to bask in the sun and to swim in the sea, it's really great. And people there are quite nice. Uh, Russians there are not very many Russians there. It's like here, it's about 90% of the population are Russians, but there are a lot of Caucasian people, Azerbaijani people, and just people of South kind, if you know what I mean. And they usually, I think, all of people from the South, they're very uh, they they are valued for their hospitality, I
ah,
think.
really?
And yeah, I thought they're like I was an honored kind of guest.
That's
Everybody
very
was nice to me, even though I didn't spend so much money as everybody did else. But it was quite great.
that's very
Also,
interesting.
there
You
is a
know,
great park there, a great aqua park, and I had a lot of fun there.
a,
Uh,
a great what park? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Water park. It's like,
Water park. Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah, we call it an aqua park.
Oh, that's why I didn't catch it. Yeah, in English we call it a water park. Uh, I found it interesting that you say Southern people are renowned for their hospitality because we have the same stereotype in America, actually. Southern hospitality is just a kind of regular phrase. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if
Well,
that's
maybe it's
true
not
everywhere.
it's not that of a stereotype if two different nations think
Right.
that.
Well, in a way. Um, Question, when did you go to Sochi? Before or after the Olympics?
Before the Olympics, and it was the last year.
Okay. So I suppose it will look a lot different if or when you go again.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen a lot of construction sites when I was last there,
uh-huh.
but
Right.
they're very fenced, so you couldn't just go there and walk around.
Yeah, of
But
course.
right now, I think you can see the work done. A lot of great stadiums. I'm not sure what they're used for now, but I'm sure they will find something to do there.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think they already found a use for hockey arena. A
Okay.
hockey team from Sochi is going to join the KHL this
Well, there
year.
you go. Okay. Yeah. That would be great to grow up in such a place, have your local football team play on a huge stadium.
We have our own hockey team here, and it plays pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
But
You
I
like?
don't know. When you live in Sochi, I think they live off tourists.
Mm-hmm.
Like when there is a tourist season, they're going to make much more money than they usually do when there are not so much tourists around.
Yeah, right. Of course. Okay, we're talking of traveling. It's a kind of weird thing to do, unless you're traveling to the Olympics or to the World Cup or something. But unless you're doing that, it's kind of a strange thing to go to sports venues, go to games, and when you're traveling. Although I found it to be
That's
very
why
fun.
I do.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why I
cool.
do. But
No, that's cool.
there are some kind of fans that they just like to follow around their team.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Same, believe me, in the United States too. Let me give a shout out to Alexandra It's always a pleasure. How are you?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Speaking of traveling, are you still in New York?
No,
No?
I'm
Okay.
I'm in Hawaii.
No, you aren't. Okay, I've got to talk to Paco a minute, but we're gonna get back to Hawaii. Just okay.
Okay.
Let me talk to Paco for a minute.
Yes.
No, you're in Hawaii. I'm totally jealous. Hi, Paco.
Hi.
Alexandra's in Hawaii now.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Yeah. Um, okay, Paco, where's a place that where have you traveled to, and where's your favorite?
Well, I have traveled to Barcelona, Madrid, and
Of course
a
you
lot,
have.
a lot of cities in Spain.
Yeah.
And I have traveled abroad. I have traveled several times to London. I've been to Paris, where in how do you say Disneyland in Paris. Uh,
Really?
Yes,
uh,
yes. Disneyland in Paris. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
and I have traveled several times to Morocco.
Ooh,
Some very interesting cities to go. And I've been to the Sahara Desert.
really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
And it's totally different from the
Yeah.
cities in the coast. You know, it's totally different from Tangier or from Casablanca. It's totally different. It's like you are in Afghanistan or kind of, you know,
Yeah.
it's totally different. In the
Right.
south of Morocco, in the part of Sahara, is I don't know how the people can live there. I don't know. And yes, but
Yeah.
it's interesting to go. I've been uh, in two cruises. You see, you
Uh-huh.
say cruises?
Museums.
Yes, cruises
Ah, no, I'm sorry.
in a boat.
In a boat. Oh,
Uh,
cruises.
Cruises, cruises.
Ah,
Cruises.
yes, yes, yes. On a
Mhm.
cruise ship.
What do you
Cruise
call
ship.
cruises?
Yeah, you go
Cruise.
on a cruise, or
On a
you're
cruise.
on a cruise ship. Hmm.
Cruise
But
ship. Uh-huh. On a
you
cruise.
say that you go
Yes.
on a cruise. Yeah.
I, I've, I've been on two cruise. I've been
Okay.
to the Greek islands and Turkey. In the first, it was wonderful. It was a very good trip. And the second time, I went to Copenhagen, Saint Petersburg, Finland, and Helsinki
Wow.
and Tajin. It was amazing. It was,
Wow.
yes,
Very
very good,
cool.
Scandinavian countries.
and not too expensive. Uh, Travel by Cruiser.
Really?
Yes, 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 it's not too expensive because you pay your uh, you pay your ticket, your passenger, and but you don't have uh, uh, to spend anything else because it's all
Ah,
included. You know,
yep. I
it's,
do
it's,
know.
everything is included. So uh, in the end, uh, you find it cheaper than other kinds of trips. You know, and you can visit a lot of towns sleeping at night, and when you wake up, when you get up, you are in another city.
Right. Cool.
I like this kind of travel. Yes,
Yeah. The
but
only.
the very most wonderful trip I've ever done. It was the Camino de Santiago.
Okay. Where's that?
It's from it's walking from France until to Santiago de Compostela in La Coruña. It is about 900 kilometers.
Wow.
900 kilometers walking. I spent a month walking, and this was my best experience
Oh,
in life.
okay.
Wow,
Yes,
that's impressive.
yes.
Okay. That's very cool.
Works experience.
Very recommended. Very recommended. Yes.
Very cool.
Tons of
Nice.
experience you can experience there. And
It's a
better if you go alone, not with friend or with your wife or girlfriend. Better if you go alone, because there are a lot of people that that go alone, so
Uh-huh.
you can meet a lot of new friends there.
Okay.
What,
Well, that
what
sounds great.
is
That
another
sounds like that's a very long trip.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. I went
A month.
just to spend a week, but eventually I spent a month.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes,
Very cool.
and it was amazing. Yes.
Jean Bernard, do you know about this? That what he's Paco's talking about?
In fact, I know the travel from France to Saint Jacques of Compostelle in Spain, but I don't really walk because I don't have a, a situation to do this trip. I prefer traveling by bicycle, by car, by plane, instead walking days after days along the roads with better good and bad, better, with good or bad weather.
Weather, yeah.
Weather. You must stay in different hotel, motel, or in French or Spain house, and not it's not a project for me. It's not a
Yeah.
project for me.
Not your cup
But
of tea.
I'm sure it's a very trip. It's a very beautiful trip because I have a lot of friends who have do this journey.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thanks. Interesting. Okay. And Igor, yeah, your message, yeah, that's just, we call that a Ferris wheel, and I have no idea why. I have no idea who Ferris was or why or no idea. Certainly don't know why you call it a devil minion wheel. I think that's bizarre, but cool, interesting. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to Alexandra. When did you get in Hawaii? Where are you? The Big Island, Maui,
No, I'm on Oahu.
Oahu? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. How long have you been in Hawaii?
I've been here for a week already.
Already. Okay, that's why I haven't seen you. Okay. You've been busy. All right. Well, how's your trip to Hawaii? What have you been up to? What are you doing? What are you doing for excitement and fun there in Hawaii? Hawaii.
Um, I came here just for the ocean, for the sake of swimming and relaxing, and that's all. So Hawaii has several different islands, and every island is famous for its own features.
Yes,
So,
very true.
but I've been traveling for a long time. So I've been in New York, I've been in Washington, and right now I'm kind of got a little bit tired of sightseeing and something, yes, because in New York I was a very active tourist, and yeah, right now I'm just lying on the beach and swimming, and besides that, this is the first time I have ever seen an ocean. I've seen an ocean in New York, but it was like um I couldn't differentiate between the Hudson River and the ocean because
You know what you mean. Yeah.
is it the ocean? Is it the river? I don't know. Yeah, but here the water is pure, very pure. Lots of fish, and I'm just lazy. I'm doing nothing.
Oh, sounds like torture. Oh, how horrible for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very nice.
You can do a lot of things in New York City.
Yeah, you sure can.
Haha.
They say the city that never sleeps. You can do a lot of things in Hawaii, or you can do what Alexandra chooses to do and just relax, chill out. Sure, I've never been to Hawaii. I'm a little bit jealous. Especially, I had a chance to work there, but I turned it down. I had a job offer, and I turned it down.
But really, if you work here, that means that you stay here all year.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, I think that I wouldn't be able to stay here for the whole year because I need 4 seasons. I can't live in a constant summer. Well, this is my point of view.
Okay.
I've heard that they actually have skiing in Hawaii, in the top of the mountain. Actually, there is snow in Hawaii. Have you heard that, Alexandra?
No, I haven't.
I've heard that. You have to travel. I know you have to travel. It's quite out of the way, and it's not. It's in one kind of remote place, but they do have natural snow. I'm not man-made snow, but natural snow, and there's actually a place to go skiing, although it's very short ski season, and I'm not even sure when the ski season is, other than Hawaii's in the northern hemisphere, so it must be.
It's winter now.
Really?
I guess so, because if it's summer in Russia right now, it should be winter here. Because in Australia it is winter now, so Hawaii is I guess.
I don't think so. Hawaii's in the northern hemisphere. Pretty sure of that.
Maybe I'm.
Pretty sure. Because I live in the Philippines and I'm closer to the equator than Hawaii. And Hawaii is north of me. North and east.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway. Wheeled skis. Anyway, are you going to do anything before you leave Hawaii? Are you going to take a tour to a volcano? Are you going to go for a bicycle ride along the cliffs along the ocean? Are you going to go fishing for mahi-mahi? snorkeling, any of those. Maybe do a little hula dancing at a luau.
Yeah,
Sort of
I've
on a
seen
grass
hula
strip. Oh,
dancing.
you have. Okay.
Yeah, I also saw the performance of Hawaiian um, um, Hawaiian Royal Orchestra.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the place where I'm staying is full of surfers. So I got
Okay.
acquainted with surfers, and they offered me to have a try, but I really don't swim very well. That's why. And I was watching how they do it, and I said, no, never ever. But I'm
Yeah.
planning on taking an excursion to Pearl Harbor,
Oh, really? Okay.
which is not far away from where I live, maybe 30 minutes by car.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I pretty much know where you are. Okay. Um, yeah, I would.
I'm staying in Waikiki.
Waikiki. Yeah, right. Waikiki Beach. Diamond,
Mhm.
Diamond
That's
Head.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. And I would stick to your guns on that as far as surfing. Don't let them convince you to surf because you really need to be a strong swimmer. Definitely. Those in Hawaii, there's are big waves. Yeah. You
Yeah.
should stick to your guns on that one. I
They
think I.
also they also ride canoes. I went on a ship cruise
Uh-huh.
um around the shore of the island, and I saw lots of small boats, ships, canoes. Um, so yeah, that was
Yeah, they
beautiful.
have the outrigger boats that have like they have a pole going sideways and then a thing sticking out. I don't know.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, very Polynesian. We have those in the Philippines too. They're very common. Yeah, they're kind of cool. It's amazing to me because they're so shallow. That you're this far out of the ocean. It's just amazing
Hmm.
to me that they can get around. They can go way out in the ocean and go fishing all day long and come back, and they're sitting in a boat that's this far from the surface of the ocean. I mean, the edge of the boat. It's just, I don't know. I find that astounding.
But the water is so pure. If only you could see. You can see
Yeah,
the bottom. Yeah,
yeah.
the sunset is very beautiful. And I noticed a very interesting thing. Like during the day when it's unbearably hot, the water is like very refreshing. And
Yeah.
and in the evening, when it gets a little bit colder, the water is warmer than the when you are outside, warmer
Hmm.
than the air, so that you don't
Yeah.
want to come out of the water. Yeah, this is very
Right.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with that phenomenon. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's nice, right? Just don't. I can swim very well. I've floated on my back looking at the stars at night. Uh, I've like started drifting out into the ocean because I'm so relaxed.
Yeah, and the smell of the ocean is also marvelous. Like you breathe in
I
this
agree.
air. Ah. I took lots of pictures, but unfortunately they can't give the smell, transfer the smell of the water of the air.
Which
Yeah.
is too bad. There you go. There you go, Google. Google, are you listening? Okay. Pictures you can smell. Work on that. Get back to me. Okay. Um, yeah. That could be worth money right there, Alexandra. Okay. Well, thanks for the update. You have your regular show. Okay. Alexandra's travel log. Okay. Very good. Let me talk to Nader. Hi, Nader. Welcome. Hi again.
Hi.
Hi. Our subject is travel. We're talking about travel. I don't know. I think we're all just taking turns talking about places we've been and our favorite. Um, how about you? Where's your? Where would you recommend I go? Don't say Barcelona.
I like Barcelona because of the team Barcelona. But anyway,
No,
no,
yeah,
no,
because of the
uh,
team.
yeah,
Maybe that's it, Nader. Maybe that's why everybody's going to Barcelona because the football team is so popular worldwide. It works. Oh my goodness, this amazing marketing campaign is a success.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
yes, that's untraditional way to market your city.
mm.
But apparently very successful. Okay.
Sure it is, but it costs too much as well.
Yeah.
Any, anyway, no, I'd like to talk about a recent experience I had, not about the city, about the procedures with the passport people when I was
Okay.
traveling. When I was traveling to Qatar last year, I was traveling by car, so because it is very near to Saudi Arabia. So this passport office guy, I was traveling with my family, and when he took my passport, he stamped it, but he didn't enter in the system that I already left the Saudi Arabia. So when I was so I went to Qatar. Then I returned few days ago, a few days after this. Then when I was coming back, they stopped me and they told me, "How did you go? How did you leave the country?
Yeah.
It's not recorded in the system. How did you go out?" I told them that I have the stamp on my passport. So
Yeah.
they said, "Okay, then you have to record your departure so we can record your return." So I went to one office and he said, "Okay, no problem. That's an easy job. It happens." Then he was supposed to record my departure. Then
Yeah.
when I returned it to that guy, he said, "No, he didn't do anything." Anyway, we took few minutes. Then he said, "No, no, I did it." And he wrote a paper to that guy. And based on that paper, he gave me the entry stamp. Then
Okay.
this year, when I tried to travel again to another country, they said that I have one exit entry visa that I didn't use. So both of these guys didn't record my departure or return to Saudi Arabia. So there was a fine of 1,000 Saudi riyal for
Oh my.
not using my exit entry visa, which was
Oh,
not true, of course, because I already left and returned.
oh my
Then
God.
yeah, and I was going to complain, but those two officers, because through one of my colleagues, he contacted them. Then they offered to pay the fine because if they didn't pay the fine, they would have that military court for that mistake. Because
Ooh.
yeah. So what do you call a military court?
Yeah, military court. That's
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so there is a
yeah.
phrase for this. So that's how they paid, and I could leave the country again.
Oh
That's
my
how I
goodness.
did
Wow, that's
my
quite a
fine. Yeah.
story. Yeah, right. Okay. So it's military. See, like in the United States, the customs office is a totally separate thing from the military, completely. It's more close to law enforcement than it is to the. It's totally separate from the military. But still,
No.
they would be in trouble for that kind of thing.
Yeah. Here, passport office is subject to Ministry of Interior. So
All right, that's interesting. You know, it's funny. You told this story, and it reminded me. I have a buddy of mine who lives here in the Philippines, where I currently live, and he he had a very similar thing happen. pretty much the same thing. But the only solution for him is, see, in the Philippines, once you the rules here are such that you have to leave. Depends on what visa you have. It's very, very complex. But if the same problem you had, he didn't get an exit stamp on his visa when he left Philippines. So he went to the United States, took care of some business, whatever, came back, and they said, but you never left. But obviously I
Yeah.
left because I'm on a plane from New York City.
Yeah.
Quite clearly I left. But you didn't leave, so now you have to get your stamp. You have to pay a fine, get your stamp, but now you have to go. So then he had to pay a fine. Then he had to buy a flight, go to another country for 24 hours, get a
Then he
stamp there,
returns.
and so he stamped in another country and then come back.
Yeah,
But
I see.
he was at the
Yes.
airport, and we're in the Philippines, so it's an island. So it's not like he could just drive across the border. He had to get in a plane and go to another country. Totally crazy.
And
Amazingly
the problem
big
is that
hassle.
it's not his fault.
No, exactly. No, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, for me it was going to be similar, but because two people, because if it's one person's fault, so they tell you to go outside and come back. But the problem is that it seems that it's like a conspiracy or a plan, because if they think that one people can make a mistake, but two people for the same person, it never happens. So that's
Right.
why they were going to make an investigation. How
Right.
if the first one forgets or was absent-minded, how about the second one? So it
Yeah,
cannot
right.
happen for the same person twice.
Yeah, that would be trouble for everyone involved, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's a crazy story. Wow. I have been very fortunate when traveling. I've never had any problems with customs, or I once had a flight canceled for 24 hours, but they gave us a hotel room, and I'm on vacation. I don't care. Free dinner. Okay. Fine. One of them, see, I don't think airlines even do this anymore. I'm not sure. You can check, but airlines used to, in the past, they would, what my travel tip for everyone, I would go and immediately, I would go early, as they always ask you to do anyway. I would go early and I would immediately check into to the gate, and I would say, I'd like to volunteer for standby. Okay. So meaning if they oversold the aircraft, which that's policy. I don't know if you realize that, but that's policy. That's what they do. If they have 138 seats, they sell 148, thinking on average 10 people don't show up. And so I would always volunteer. Okay, I'm going on vacation. I don't care when I arrive. And then if they would say to me, okay, Mr. Moody, we're fully booked, so you volunteered for standby. Can we put you on another flight? And they would send somebody to book my flight, reroute me to get to my destination, and they give you a free round trip ticket wherever that airlines flies. So you get your next vacation for free. It's a great
Wow.
thing. I did it like 3 times in a row.
Wow.
Super.
Oh, super.
Yeah, it's awesome. Even one time I was delayed about up to 24 hours. One time I was 2 hours later than I was going to be. No big deal. One time I was rerouted. I got free tickets anywhere the airline flew, round trip, both ways, there and back. It's round trip. And I arrived at my destination before I was supposed to arrive. Because instead of sending me, I think I was going to Jamaica. Instead of sending me to Puerto Rico and then to Jamaica, they sent me direct flight. So I got there before my plane. I watched my plane arrive from my hotel. Great. Crazy.
I used to miss flights before.
Actually,
For the, Yeah.
Very recently, just one more point, sorry. Very recently on the internet, there's this article of showing, and it was on CNN too, as a matter of fact. It was on the news. How much people paid for their airline ticket. It was crazy. Absolutely insane. This guy paid 880. This guy paid 235, 235, 324, 447. This guy paid zero. Absolutely crazy. I
The last
I
one
don't
is
know.
you.
I don't know what the airlines. Yeah, the last one was me, zero. Yeah, I swear that some of the things they do make no sense at all. Um, I have been routed. Okay, if you fly directly from New York to Los Angeles, it's going to cost you $500, let's say. But if we send you to Texas and then to Los Angeles, it'll cost you $300 or $200. Why? Why? I have to fly twice as far, use twice as much gas. Makes no sense. Yeah, anyway, I find it amazing the tricks they do. It's crazy. Yeah. Uh, okay. Um, Igor, have you ever had any strange occurrences on flying when you were flying? Actual with a plane or a train, so your transportation?
Well, when I was on a train, there were a couple of guys that were drinking all the way to the station. They needed, it was like 3 days of constant drinking for them.
3 days. Okay.
Yeah, and they were quite aggressive, and
Oh my God.
no one liked them, especially because when they went up to sleep, they they took off their shoes, and you can imagine the smell.
Oh my God. Wow. So you took a 3-day train trip?
Yeah, it's from
Wow.
here in Omsk to Sochi. It's about 3 days.
Wow, that's a long train trip. My God.
Russia is a big country.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know something strange, Igor? Speaking of Russia and trains, in the Philippines, I see advertisements for the Russian train system. Why?
What do they say?
Well, they're always on the news channel. There's a couple news channels in there. What is it called? Trans-Siberia? No,
Trans-Siberian
that's it.
Railroad.
Trans-Siberian railroads. Yes, exactly. Why are they advertising Trans-Siberian railroads in the Philippines? I don't believe there's a connection.
You're asking me?
Okay, all right. Well, yes, I am, just because I'm
Well,
very
if you
confused by
go
this.
to Russia and try to try to travel by train, don't believe whatever
Okay.
kind of
Oh, it's just
advertisement you have there.
oh, they just show most innovative. It's like one of those kind of commercials where luxurious comfort, innovation, speedy, and they show beautiful pictures of this beautiful
But
like speed train
to
going through
be
the beautiful
honest,
countryside.
speed
Yeah.
trains there are really uncommon,
Okay.
and
Well.
they're mostly from the USSR era, and
Uh-huh.
their beds there are really narrow and not long. It's like if you're more than 1 and 86, we are going to have troubles even lying on them.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Anyway, I found that amazing that they like to advertise in the Philippines. I don't know, but anyway, I don't think their strategy is working as well. It's Barcelona. Yeah,
You know,
that's
even
working much better.
during long late trips on the train, there are some kind of accidents when these drunken vehicles beat up each other, and one of them become ejected from the train in the middle of nowhere or something like that.
Good heavens. Okay. Anyway, gentlemen and lady, thank you very much for talking to me, practicing your English with me. We're just about out of time, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes with the next class here on Verbling. So I have to go so I can come back. So thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
thank
You have to
you.
leave.
Jean-Bernard,
Bye.
Bye.
Alexandra.
Bye.